You're about to be leaving behind some very stagnant energy that it looks like you may have been attached to for a very long time, but it looks like you're moving into an area of really inspired ideas, and I am hearing like visionary. I'm hearing like epiphany. So it may feel like, even though it looks like for some of you this stagnant area that you've been in has kind of gone on for such a long time. It could be up to 10 years for some of you, but whatever solution is coming in quickly. It may be kind of surprising to you how swiftly the solution to whatever this is pops up for you. And it kind of looks like the chapter of transition that you're going to be moving into is actually going to pass by much quicker than whatever chapter you're leaving behind. I am seeing that the reason that you were stuck in that energy for so long is because whatever you were learning while you were going through what you were going through is going to be of real help to you while you're going into this next phase of trying to manifest. It looks like some sort of creative opportunity. I am seeing a lot of pentacles in your reading, so it may be career, but more than that, I'm seeing air and water, which leads me to believe that for some of you, this may be an artistic endeavor, or maybe you're creating something, maybe you work in some sort of creative field. Regardless of whatever is resonating for you that you're moving into, it looks like this change is motivated by a desire on your end to stand more in your authentic power. So maybe you've kind of been in a place for a long time where you feel like you've been kind of casting your pearls before swine, and maybe like lowering yourself with the opportunities you've been accepting and you've been pursuing for yourself. There are a couple places in your reading where a theme of not feeling like you're enough, or being very hypercritical of yourself comes across pretty strongly here. So maybe for a long time you've been under a false idea of what it is that you've deserved, or what it is that your work is worth, is what I'm hearing. So maybe you've been putting in a lot of work for not enough wages. Maybe you're underestimating how much the work that you're putting in is worth. Maybe you sell some sort of service and you're not charging enough for it because you view yourself as more of a beginner than you are. But it looks like you're really stepping into an area of kind of letting go of any sort of attachment to anything that's keeping you stuck, or keeping you feeling like you're not good enough to step up to your next challenges and the things that it is that you want in your life. And these new ideas of self-worth and what it is that you deserve in this life are kind of propelling you into an area of doing the work that is necessary to move you forward. So maybe it's the case that you have gone back to school, or maybe you've learned something new. Maybe you've just been like, it could be as simple as like taking care of your body, taking care of your cleaning routines, your home, your just general life maintenance, you know. But all of that adds up. All of these baby steps add up, and it may even be the case that like for example, like the saying baby steps kind of ignores that by the time a baby takes its first steps, it has hundreds of hours of just teaching itself how to sit up and developing the core strength needed to just roll over. So a lot of these steps, no matter how small they may seem, they're necessary, and they are bringing you into a place of getting where it is that you're going. I am also seeing that to return back to the point of being self-critical, this is kind of specific, so if it doesn't resonate, just kind of leave it where it's at. But there are a lot of people that you meet in this lifetime who are under the impression that being negative and expecting the worst is the most logical, and like it sets the correct expectation. Like you can't be disappointed if you don't expect much out of the situation, or something of the like, where they assume that if they've been pessimistic they've been pessimistic, or they've expected themselves to not be able to do something, that they've made the most logical choice. And because we live in a world where a lot of the times the negative energy does kind of take the forefront, and it's unfortunate, but it's not a guaranteed thing. And one thing to understand is that having this idea that being pessimistic should be the default, or expecting things to go wrong should be the default, could also be the same thing as having poor judgment and not having an accurate assessment of your skills and the situation at hand. And it could just be the case that negativity is a projection of almost like, it's not what you want to happen, but almost like your brain receives some sort of confirmation bias when it does go wrong. But more often than not, if you are just assuming that you're going to fail, you're not going to put the effort in that needs to be put in for something to really manifest to its full potential. So then you've sabotaged yourself, and a lot of the times it wasn't even based on, a lot of the times you based it on this perceived logical idea that you can expect something to go wrong, but it's not based in logic. It's based in trauma. It's based in a lack of believing in yourself. And maybe it's the case that somebody before you in your life has made you feel like you should expect the negative and you shouldn't get your hopes up too high. But if you don't believe that you can do it, you won't. That's just how it is. If you don't take the effort to make it happen, it won't happen. And once you've decided that it's no, it's a no. It's like that, for anybody who watches Family Guy, when Stewie says, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. But one thing that's important to remember is that when whatever it is that you're manifesting here, whatever it is that you're receiving this clarity on, when it comes toward you, it's important to take the accountability to protect the idea that you can make that happen when the opportunity has the potential to come to you. Because usually, like, it's an unfortunate thing, but because a lot of people do expect for things to go wrong by default, when you're bringing these new visions to other people and these new things that you're doing, they may not mean anything by it, but people throw rocks at things that shine. That's just how it works. So it's really important that you take the emotional accountability to protect this opportunity within yourself and within your head and the way you think about it. And don't let other people try to talk you out of it or even tell you how to do it. Because it's really important to remember not to take advice from people who don't have the life that you're shooting for or haven't achieved the goals that you're trying to achieve. You need to make sure that you're taking advice from people who have done it before, and you need to make sure that you're listening to the voices in your head and from the people who support you and from your spirit team that tell you that you can do it and you can make it happen. And I hope it does happen for you very soon. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards, and I hope you have a fantastic night or day.